Welcome everyone to the Future of Healthcare, CHHS Students Prepared for Success, a special day of giving virtual event. I'm your host, Denise Seabert, and I'm proud to serve as Dean of the College of Health and Human Services. We're excited to have you with us today. Before we begin, I want to take care of a few housekeeping items and share some tips on how you can have your best experience with us. Please stay muted. At the end of each section, there will be an opportunity for a question and answer. You can use the chat function to submit your questions during the presentation. Or if you'd like to speak, please submit your name in the chat and we'll call on you when it's a time that we can allow for that. Please pin our interpreter to your screen if needed. Finally, to ensure you have the best viewing experience, set your screen to active speaker view. We've got a lot of great things planned this afternoon, and we're so glad to have you all here. In the College of Health and Human Services, we are committed to student success. We are proud to have over 4,100 students in our college, almost 90% of whom grew up right here in the Central Valley. Many of our students start their academic journey with a visit to our College Advising and Career Development Center, also known as ACDC, which provides important academic tools and resources to assist our students. Today, we are excited to be joined by Todd Vang, a second-year Master's of Social Work student, completing her graduate internship in the Advising Center. Hi, Todd. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Dean Seabert, for having me. I know that Day of Giving is an important event for the university, and I'm so excited to be a part of it.
Well, we are so glad to have you. Can you share with us what brought you to Fresno State for your MSW?
Of course. So I was born and raised in Fresno, California. I am a student, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, just juggling between the demands of school, work, and home. I received my Bachelor's of Social Work in 2012 from Fresno State. And after being away for 7 years, I decided that I wanted to come back to further my education and just continue to serve my community. I am currently a second-year Master's of Social Work student, and I am interning with this Advising and Career Development Center.
Excellent. So serving our students in the Advising Center is critical to their success. What exactly is your role with ACDC as a student intern?
As a student intern with the center, I work very closely with the students who are on academic probation to discuss their current needs, challenges, and obstacles. And together we not only create, but we explore goals to maintain accountability. There has been many meetings where I've had with the students, and we've had discussions beyond their academic probation concerns. We've discussed the importance and emphasize and discuss the importance of self-care and just self-determination. And I have also been able to provide the students with resources that are available not only on campus, but also in their local communities as well.
That's critical. And we know that for our students to be successful, it takes care for their whole self, not just their academic self. So thank you for the support that you're providing. We know many of our students also, you mentioned a little bit, but can you talk a little bit more about the personal struggles some of our students are experiencing, especially now that much of their learning is going on virtually due to the pandemic? Maybe you can provide some specific examples of ways you've supported some of our students.
This pandemic, I've realized, has challenged and created challenges for many students, myself included, in managing our time. For many students, they're wearing many hats and taking on many roles. They, as I mentioned, not only are parents, but they're also students and an employee and have many, many different roles that they take on. The students and I talk about how a day looks like for them from beginning to end, how classes are going. We discuss areas that can be improved, changes that they can make, whether it's a big change or a minimal change, just a change that can create a big impact for them. And then lastly, just talking about how they are really taking care of themselves during this time while juggling just everything that's going on. I had a student that shared with me very recently that she was taking 5 classes and also working 2 jobs and couldn't really remember the last time that she was able to have time for herself. And so being in this role and being able to have the opportunity to talk to the students really just highlights the importance of self-care during these challenging times.
I'm grateful for the support you're providing. And I've seen Ta in action, and I know she is an outstanding support for our students. Besides what you're giving to them. Can you talk a little bit about what this internship experience in ACDC does to you, for you, and helps you with your academic goals?
I enjoy behavioral health. I've always just had a passion for it, and I enjoy talking to people. And I, refer it back to growing up. As a young child growing up, we're often asked what we want to be when we grow up. What is it that you want to do when you grow up? For some of us, we had an idea. For others, it was a challenge trying to figure out what our calling was. I chose this field because I wanted to be a voice of guidance to students who were still in that phase of figuring out what it is that they wanted to do, what educational path they wanted to take, and I wanted to be able to help them overcome the challenges and obstacles along the way. And this internship experience has really allowed me to explore that. I can honestly say that I'm proud to be a Fresno State student, and your support for student success helps students like me succeed in our career goals and our education paths. Your donations pay for things like research projects and travel costs, so students like myself do not have to choose between buying food or putting gas in the car to get to our internships. And your support does so much for Fresno State students. If you go to our Day of Giving link right now and make a gift to CHHS Student Success, your gift will be matched dollar for dollar. Thank you so much, Dean Seabert, and go Dogs.
Thank you, Todd. We are so lucky to have outstanding students like Todd that both help our students, but yet get the benefit from these experiences. So thank you for sharing with us, and thank you for the service you provide our students. At this time, we're going to open this up for a few questions, and my colleague Amy, our Director of Development, is with us today. Amy, do we have any questions coming in about our student success opportunities?
Hi, everyone. I'm Amy, and I just want to thank you for joining us today for this wonderful Day of Giving event. And it looks like we do have a question in the chat. Someone's asking, what else does the Student Success Funds, what other kinds of things do they support?
So Student Success Funds are a fund that really allow us to meet the needs of students wherever they're at and whatever the issue is of the day. So one of the things that's come forward to us recently is that a number of our students have required a rapid COVID test in order to either get into their placement or continue in their placement with their internship. And as we know, the internship is sort of that final stage of graduation, and any barriers that hit us make it harder to reach that end goal. So we have been able to support our students in getting those rapid COVID tests, which can cost upwards of $200 a test, and is probably not something most students have budgeted for in their planning this semester. So that's an example of a way that we've been able to support students in the here and now.
That's great.
I would like to also suggest right now that is a great time to give to our Student Success Fund. We have a challenge going on, and we would really value your support, because any gift that you make right now will get matched dollar for dollar up to $1,000. So we want to give a shout out to our social work education associate professor, Dishana Jayasundara, who has put a challenge out there for us. And anybody who makes a gift to the Student Success Fund in CHHS right now between 1 and 3 o'clock only will get matched up to meeting the $1,000 gift goal. So please reach out and make that gift. I believe that our colleagues are putting information in the chat box for you so that you can find the link right now easily to make that gift if that's a place you would like to support.
Absolutely. And it looks like we have just a couple more personal questions for Ta. And we wanted to know when she is graduating, and also what field of social work do you plan on going into upon graduation?
So I will be graduating May of 2022. I'm hoping to go into school counseling or just behavioral health, mental health.
That's awesome. If anyone else has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, I think we're ready to start our next segment.
Okay, and again, remember this is a critical time to give to our Student Success Fund, as we have the ongoing matching gift challenge going on. So please take the opportunity. At this time, I would like to bring your attention now to our Community Mobile Health Unit, which travels up and down Fresno County, providing free health services to the community. Since 2015, nursing faculty, staff, and students have spearheaded this effort, but in more recent years, they've built interprofessional partnerships with other departments on campus. Now students from a variety of different majors, dietetics, athletic training, social work, physical therapy, and Spanish language interpreting, just to name a few, are engaged in supporting our community health needs. Over 600 students have helped serve over 5,000 clients in the past 5 years. Please watch this video to learn more.
Hi, I'm Cher, and I'm a 5th semester nursing student here at Fresno State. Come along with me, and we'll check out the mobile unit.
Yeah, so one of the biggest things that we're doing out here is having a Flute Clinic, plus also checking A1C, blood sugars, blood pressures, and cholesterol due to COVID and everything like that. Some clinics have been, backed up because of so many people being canceled that they're not able to get that test done. So also with the flu vaccine, we're actually doing it for free out here. All we're doing is just taking your name and your ID. Then we can send it out. Other places are charging money for it, so of course this is a free setup for the community as well. So it's just able to get out there and help everybody out for the flu season coming up.
As a part of the mobile health unit, we are assisting in nutrition education in regards to diabetes, cholesterol, and hypertension. I'm able to take what I learned in the classroom in my dietetics courses and bring that back to the community, which has been so helpful, and I'm grateful.
The students absolutely will come out here. Some of them who've been out here before noticed the change in how we have to do things, but they all really enjoy coming out here. We have to have actual clinical practice, so having them come out to the unit and get this hands-on clinical practice is imperative for them to get their nursing license.
We are very limited in what we can do in the hospitals and contact with patients. So this has really helped me be able to reach out to more people and actually get more hands-on experience. I've always just been interested in helping out the community, and I am a Spanish speaker, so I figured that it would be very useful today given that we're at the Mexican consulate, and I just enjoy helping my community.
I have to say that the mobile unit is one of our true pride points in the College of Health and Human Services because of the opportunity to make such an impact in our community. Just a few weeks ago, the mobile unit stopped at the Cherry Avenue auction in Southwest Fresno and provided over 180 people with services. I'd say that's pretty incredible for a day's work that's all done by volunteers. Earlier this semester, the mobile partnered with Assemblyman Joaquin Arambula and the UCSF on a series of COVID-19 testing and flu shot clinics around the valley. These essential services and screenings were provided to people who otherwise would have gone without. This is so important now more than ever as our communities are impacted by COVID. It does bring me great pride to know our students are out on the forefront providing essential healthcare needs to those who need it most. And I just have to say, being out there with the clinic, watching our students in action and seeing all of the many ways that they are helping our community stay healthier brings great pride to us. This is another opportunity for you to contribute to the College of Health and Human Services on the Day of Giving is by giving to our mobile health unit, and the links are in the chat box for you to go directly to that gift opportunity. I know I saw some questions coming in as we were watching the video, and I believe that my wise colleague Melissa has provided you information about the dates of the clinic and where it will be. So if you know people in the community that need to get a flu shot and are not able to access it in other places, you can direct them to where our mobile unit will be. And then the other question I saw come in is, how is the mobile unit funded? And I'm going to give a chance for Amy to provide some insight. She's been engaged with fundraising on behalf of the mobile unit for a number of years, and I know you will be able to share a little bit more about that.
Thank you, Denise. Yeah, you know, the mobile, it's one of our, as you were saying, one of our just pride points for the college. It's one of the few programs that is 100% philanthropically funded. So it doesn't, you know, it's fully supported by the community, and your support makes the program possible. So it's a really wonderful thing, and it's one of our immediate needs here on Day of Giving. And I just checked our Day of Giving site, and it looks like our college is doing awesome. We've had 59 individual gifts, and we've raised almost $8,000 so far. So that's really exciting. We want to thank you for that. And looks like we had another question come in that asks if the college actually owns the mobile. And
actually, we do not. We are fortunate to have fabulous partners in the community. And the Department of Education has put the mobile unit, the migrant unit, the migrant department there put this on loan to us, and we have been able to utilize it over the years. We have our own driver, and he helps us get around. He came with the unit as well from the migrant department at the Department of Education. So we're really grateful for that partnership.
And it looks like we have a question that asks if there are other majors and disciplines that help on the unit, and that is another one of our pride points that I'll let the dean talk about.
Well, you know, and that's where I first met Ta, was out there at the mobile unit. As part of her assignment in her internship is spending 1 day a week at the mobile unit. So social work is out there with us. We have interpreters out there. We get dietetics students from our agriculture college. So we have students from a variety of places. Depending on where we're going and what opportunities we have, we may take some of our physical therapy students with us, as well as others who provide educational, nutrition, and dietetics information. RN to BSN students, traditional nursing students. So it's an opportunity for lots of students to get out there and connect with the community.
It is truly an interprofessional effort. So we're very proud of our mobile.
I think at this time, we're ready to continue with our program. And I am really excited to be able to talk about student scholarships with you for a little bit this afternoon and introduce you to one of our outstanding students, Marisa Becerra, who is a third-year doctoral physical therapy student in our college. Marisa is a scholarship recipient this year, and I will have the opportunity to introduce her to you. Hi, Marisa. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So you came to Fresno State after life doing various other things. Tell us what brought you to Fresno State.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I grew up in the Central Valley in Merced. I earned my bachelor's degree in exercise science from Chico State way back in 2000. I'm a mom to my son, Evan, who's 11 years old. And as a single mom, I knew that going back to school was important to be able to provide for both of us, but I also wanted to follow my dream of being a physical therapist. So I was beyond excited when I was accepted into the doctoral program for physical therapy here at Fresno State because it was my first choice.
Outstanding. Well, we are glad to have you on our team for sure. So how is it coming back after taking a little time away from school? What's that been like for you?
Well, initially I was nervous, but I was inspired by my sister who earned her PhD in psychology in her 40s. So I think being an older student allows me to bring my life experiences to the program and to my studies. And it's allowed me to expose my son to higher education and to the community that comes with attending Fresno State. He knows all of my peers in my cohort, and he knows my faculty very well. And he is now a big Bulldog fan.
Well, we love building our Bulldog family, that's for sure. Marisa, one of the things that I know has helped make this a little easier for you is that you received a scholarship this year. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I did. I received the Robert and Jessica Bocci Physical Therapy Scholarship. And I actually heard that they might be watching today. So if Robert and Jessica are watching, I would love to say thank you so much for your kindness and generosity.
Yes, and thank you from the college very much. We are grateful and appreciative for the opportunities that this gives our students. So getting a scholarship, you're appreciative and all of that, but tell us a little bit more about what difference it really made for you.
Oh, it makes a huge difference. Receiving the scholarship, well, first of all, the DPT program is one of the most expensive programs on campus, but it's also very rigorous and demanding, which makes it difficult to have even a part-time job. So the scholarship has allowed me to not only spend more time with my son, but more stress-free time with my son. It's so important.
Yes, and you know, the College of Health and Human Services has a variety of programs that have clinical requirements or long-term internship experiences. So you heard Todd talk about that she has multiple semesters of internships, which make it very challenging for students to complete these complex course requirements as well as do these clinicals if they had to be working or doing all kinds of other obligations outside. So we're grateful to our donors to support you. Anything else you'd like to share about with our donors or others out there today about scholarships, Marisa?
Yeah, absolutely. Scholarships make a huge difference in our lives as students. It doesn't matter what program you're in, it helps. So it gives us the freedom to concentrate on our studies while lessening the financial burden for our families. So if anybody watching and they're able to donate, I hope that everyone would consider making a gift support today to CHHS scholarships. It's the day of giving. It's a perfect time to donate, and it doesn't matter the size of the gift. What matters is that you're directly supporting Fresno State students. So that's what really counts today. But I'm just super grateful for being a part of this today. And I just want to say, go Dogs.
Thank you, Marisa. I really appreciate you sharing your passion and your thoughts about the value of scholarships. We also know that when students have less financial burden, that they get towards graduation in a more timely fashion, which then helps them with the whole next phase of their life. So we are so grateful to all our donors who help us with that. To learn more about Marisa's story, you can read about her on our blog, and I believe that Melissa will give you a link to that in our chat box today. She does a fabulous job writing blogs about many of the great things going on in the college, and right now Marisa is being highlighted, so we get to be so proud. At this time, I'd like to see if there are any audience questions for us. Amy, do you have anything for Marisa or myself?
We do. We have a question. Marisa, someone wants to know, what area do you hope to practice in physical therapy upon graduation?
Well, I will be graduating in May of 2021. And although I really love all the populations of physical therapy, I really have enjoyed inpatient acute physical therapy. So that's where I sort of see myself going right now.
So that would be hospital work and working in the hospital setting?
Yes.
That's wonderful. All right, any others? Let's see, I'm checking the chat. Someone's asking about how they can, you know, if anyone can start a scholarship, and that absolutely would be happy to connect you to that. You can either give to our CHHS General Scholarship Fund, one of our areas of need. Otherwise, you can absolutely talk to me and I can get information to you on how to start your own scholarship. Let's see, is there any other audience questions?
Are you able to give us an update on how we're doing over the hour with contributions, Amy?
We're doing awesome. We are almost at $8,000 from 60 donors. So Day of Giving for our college is just rocking, and we can't thank you all enough.
Well, I am just so proud to get to be here with you all today and to serve as the dean. And on that note, I would like to say thank you to our wonderful students, Todd Vang and Marisa Becerra, for spending time with us this afternoon. I also want to say thank you to the incredible team I'm privileged to work with. This definitely took a team effort for us to be able to make a seamless presentation today with all the people working behind the scenes with our Zoom activities and the video and managing everything. So I am so grateful for the contributions everybody made to making this event happen, as well as to our leadership team and colleagues who have joined us today to support our efforts and to support our students. I'm really grateful for that. Please consider, if you would, supporting our students by clicking on the Day of Giving link that we've provided in the chat box. As you've seen, that your gift, no matter the amount, makes a big difference in the lives of our students and for our college. To stay connected to all of the amazing things happening in the College of Health and Human Services, please visit our blog and follow us on social media as that's being shared with you in the chat box. And to you, our alumni and friends, thank you for tuning in. And thank you so much for supporting our students during today's Day of Giving and on every day.
Thank you very much for all the support you guys give to Fresno State students.
I'm really, really grateful for your generosity.
I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you so much for your guys' support and your generosity.
Thank you so much for helping students like me at Fresno State.
Thank you so much for supporting students.
Just wanted to thank you guys and supporting, students like myself.
Thank you again for your generosity and support.
I just want to again say thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Once again, thank you so much for your donation. Go Bulldogs!